The 2022 FIFA World Cup isn't far away and will take place in Qatar between November 20 and December 18th. However, this year's edition is expected to witness the absence of a barrage of football stars due to injury and will no doubt be a big blow to the competition. The change in calendar for the 2022 FIFA World Cup is said to be a major factor for such disappointment. Recall that the tournament is usually hosted during the end of a football season. However, this time around, leagues across Europe will be halted for 3 weeks to accommodate the event. This change has now come with a big prize, as a couple of players who have picked up unwanted injuries during the 2022-23 league campaigns have run out of time to either recover or be fit for the World Cup in Qatar. Without further ado, this video will take a look at some notable football players who will be missing in Qatar due to injuries. Let's go! Number 10. Reece James, England. The Chelsea superstar will be one of the big names missing at the Football Mundial in Qatar. Reece James picked up a knee injury during Chelsea's UEFA Champions League win against AC Milan in October at the San Siro. Despite the player not needing surgery and a possibility of being fit before the tournament kicks off in November, England's manager Gareth Southgate opted against taking James to the World Cup. The player was, however, left devastated after his name was omitted from Southgate's 26-man squad list for the event and dropped an emotional message on his social media handle. Number 9. Marco Reus, Germany. The Borussia Dortmund forward hasn't been lucky with international events in recent years and will once again be missing at the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Recall that the German missed the World Cup of 2014, Euros in 2016, Confederations Cup in 2017 and the Euro 2020, all due to injuries in recent years. His hopes of representing his national team Germany at the World Cup was once again dashed after picking up an ankle injury during a league game against Schalke 04 in September. Number 8. N'Golo Kante, France. Imagine a World Cup without midfielder N'Golo Kante. Well, the Chelsea star would also be missing in Qatar due to injury. Kante hasn't had the best of luck with injuries in recent seasons, and this time around will cost him a place at the 2022 FIFA World Cup with the French national team, who happens to be the defending champions. The Frenchman was ruled out for 4 months after undergoing a surgery on his hamstring in October. Recall that he picked up the injury during Chelsea's league fixture against Tottenham earlier this season. Number 7. Georginio Wijnaldum, Netherlands. Netherlands national team will be without one of their key players at 2022 FIFA World Cup in the person of Georginio Wijnaldum. The Dutch superstar suffered a fractured tibia in August during a league game for AS Roma against Salernitana. Georginio Wijnaldum is expected to be out of football action for at least 5 months as a result of the injury and automatically rules him out of Louis van Gaal's squad for the World Cup in Qatar. Number 6. Diogo Jota, Portugal. The promising Portuguese forward will also be missing in Qatar after suffering an injury setback for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool team. Diogo Jota picked up a calf injury during the Reds' 1-0 home win against Manchester City. While the Portuguese doesn't require surgery, Jurgen Klopp confirmed in a press conference that the player will be out for a lengthy period of time. In his words, he said, "It's really not good news about Diogo. Yes, he will miss the World Cup. It's a pretty serious injury in the calf muscle, and now the recovery process starts." As such, Jota wouldn't be in Qatar come the 20th of November. Number 5. Timo Werner, Germany. The German forward was handed a heavy blow after he suffered an ankle injury while playing for RB Leipzig in UEFA Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk on November 2nd. Prior to the setback, Timo Werner was hopeful of leading the line for 4-time World Cup winners Germany following his resurgence with RB Leipzig this season. However, Timo Werner will be missing in action in Qatar as he has been ruled out for the rest of 2022. His club's statement thus read, "Scans today in Leipzig show that he, Werner, has unfortunately torn the syndesmosis ligament in his left ankle and will therefore be out for the rest of 2022. Number 4. Ben Chilwell, England. Another Chelsea player who suffered a disappointing injury that ruled him out of the upcoming FIFA World Cup in Qatar is Ben Chilwell. The English defender was hoping to secure a spot in Gareth Southgate's 26-man squad for the event later this month, but had his hopes dashed due to injury. Chilwell pulled his hamstring during Chelsea's final UEFA Champions League group stage game against Dinamo Zagreb in November. His injury automatically ruled him out of the World Cup after undergoing a scan. The statement issued by the Blues read, "Following the injury sustained in our recent game against Dinamo Zagreb, Ben has undergone a scan on his hamstring. Results show that Ben has suffered a significant injury, and the defender is unfortunately expected to miss the World Cup." Number 3. Ronald Araujo, Uruguay. The Barcelona defender is also another promising player who won't be available to represent his country in Qatar due to injury. Recall that Ronald Araujo picked up a thigh injury while on international duty with his national team Uruguay in September. Following a successful surgery on his right thigh in Finland, the 23-year-old defender was ruled out for 3 months and as such will automatically see him miss the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Number 2. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Spain. The whole footballing world was stunned following the news of Kepa Arrizabalaga's injury, which halted his resurgence in goal for Chelsea this season. The Spanish shot-stopper reclaimed his number 1 spot after almost 2 seasons of being second choice to Edouard Mendy at Chelsea. While Kepa had done all he could and was hopeful that his form would earn him a place in Luis Enrique's 26-man World Cup squad, he suffered a heartbreaking injury setback. The world's most expensive goalkeeper picked up a foot injury during Chelsea's disappointing 4-1 away defeat to Brighton. As such, Kepa was automatically ruled out from participating at the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Number 1. Paul Pogba, France. The French national team were dealt a heavy blow following the injury suffered to Paul Pogba in July. Recall that the French midfielder picked up a knee injury in July during a pre-season game with Juventus, and as such hasn't featured for the old lady this season. There were initial hopes that Paul Pogba would be ready for the Football Mundial in Qatar. However, that hasn't been the case and will now miss the event. He confirmed his imminent absence with a statement on social media which reads, "God had another plan for me. I will be supporting my team, my nation, my country from afar away, but my heart is with them. Best of luck to all the selected players." Which high-profile player do you know that will be missing in Qatar due to injury? And who do you think will be missed the most at the 2022 FIFA World Cup? Please do well to drop your opinions in the comments section below this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss our future videos.